Well, Tua's return did not go the way we wanted. All right, welcome back, my Dolphin fans and maybe Yankee fans. Who knows? This is Phins Football Podcast. I am B Trill, and welcome back. Please go ahead and give me a like if you haven't already. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I want to make sure you're getting the latest Dolphins news, updates, recaps, and predictions. So we're going to talk about today. It is, Monday. Overreaction Monday. No, I'm not going to overreact. I'm going to give it how it is. But it is Monday. Right now, I am doing this during the 7th inning stretch of my World Series. Sports just haven't been kind to me lately. Of course, my Yankees have been choking. I am putting all my faith in Soto, and hopefully Judge maybe starts pulling through. But enough about the Yankees. Of course, I want them to win. This is why I have my shades on, so you're not distracted by my eyes being all over the place as I'm watching the game, as well as bringing you the latest updates. This is what I have to do for y'all. So, but I'm going to go through a recap of that sorry, painful, disappointing loss that we had yesterday. You might be looking at this on Tuesday morning, so let's say on Sunday. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt because Tua was playing good. He was playing great in the first quarter. We thought we had a game. We thought we had a W. We thought we were on the track, and now we're sitting here, 2-5? So even if we went outright, I believe it is 11-5. We'll end up, or is it 12-5? 11-5, 12-5, 17 games now. Yeah. But with everything going on, I'm going to go through my game notes first. I actually, first time this season, going through some game notes. I was excited. I was putting down some good plays, bad plays, and things we should have been doing. So, without wasting any time, I'll kind of dive into my game notes of that loss. So first off, we'll start off with all the good news. First, I have down here our first drive. Man, was Tua moving the ball. Tua was 5 for 6, 47 yards. I believe you may have seen my short that I put out. But Tua was moving the ball. He was looking phenomenal, and he was converting on third down. Of course, those fumbles. But did everybody see Tua's no-look behind-the-back pass? Oh, that was beautiful. It was on the end around. Oh, that was beautiful. It shows the confidence that Tua has back now. So that was real great to see. I do like to see the salty Tua, the confident Tua, the Tua that will bomb the ball deep, which we'll get to that in a little bit. Next, we have, looks like Jackson. He was called for holding, which made it 2nd and 19. That was the drive killer. But then Jalen Wright, he had a 12-yard run out of bounds, and that made Sanders kick a field goal, which put us up 10-0. But that holding call, man, that ended the drive because it made it 2nd and 19. We can't do that. We can't have that happen. We need to stop these penalties and be disciplined. But we go up 10-0 in the first quarter. Looks like we're back. Everyone's excited. Tua's looking great. I'm putting out shorts during the game, during the first quarter. Like that shows that we're happy. He's back. We're ready. Spoke too soon. Higgins, then on the next drive, you guys remember Isaiah Higgins? We drafted him, I think, with our 7th-round pick. And before he can even play a snap for Miami during the regular season, I believe we traded him either during training camp or preseason. I forget which trade he was a part of, or actually might have just released him, but he almost scored a touchdown against Miami, so that would have been bittersweet against the old team. Benito Jones, he had a great stop on the goal line. It was on 2nd down, but of course, then they had the false start on 3rd down, and then Kyler Murray was almost sacked by Ramsey. Ramsey, you almost had him, but of course he saw the pressure, spun out of it. And why was Michael Wilson, so wide open in the back of the end zone? We can't let that happen. Our secondary needs to be there. It was just not what it needs to happen. Our defense did not play well on Sunday. Next, we got Kendall Fuller. He did make a huge play on 3rd down. There was a pass up the very next drive. But Buda Baker, he was making plays all game. It was just terrible. Tyreek with the touch pass from Tua. The fade was beautiful. It couldn't get better than that. We had that 2-minute offense at the end of the second quarter, and Tua was smiling. He was having fun. He bombed the ball deep, and we got a deep ball out of the way and got the passing game that we've been missing. We were looking so good in the first half. It was great. And then a lot of dump-offs to Achane. We had an 88-yard drive. We started at the 5-yard line, ended up at the 7-yard line. And, of course, these fumbles. These fumbles are killing us. But Achane had a good 40-yard run. Austin Jackson, he did get out in front. If you saw, he was actually running downfield. He did a nice downfield block, so it was great. It was great. Smith was wide open on that one pass that Jalen Waddle dropped. I don't know if you saw it, but we went not deep, but sort of deep left side of the field to Jalen Waddle. But Jonnu Smith was wide open on the right side of the field. Tua missed that read. I thought that was a big note I wanted to put in here. It also should have been pass interference on third and goal when the play went to Tyreek and let's see, and then he got beat for a touchdown. So yeah, it should have been pass interference, but we're not going to call it. That's when he got held at the left side of the end zone when it was at the end of the half. But at the end of the half, Tyreek was 5 catches for 69 yards. Tua had 19 for 25, 162 yards. Achane had 6 runs, 39 yards, 6.6 average, 5 catches, 38 yards. Wright had 2 rushes, 18 yards. We need to run him more. I was saying this at half. Wright had 2 runs for 18 yards at the end of the half. He had the one big run in the first quarter, first drive. Why did we stop running him? That was such a huge question mark. At the half, we were up 20-0. Oh, I'm sorry. We were up 10, I think, to 3. But Achane had a nice touchdown. We had great blocking and vision. It was, oh no, Achane didn't have the touchdown. It was Mostert. Mostert had both of our rushing touchdowns. But there was great blocking. We went up 20-10. Oh no, Achane had the one screenplay. It was a passing touchdown. I'm sorry. That safety, though, that was ugly. That was the defining factor of the entire game. Tua, thank you for saving it for not being a touchdown. But that safety, we lost by 1 point. These snapping issues need to stop. That's why Greer keeps saying, oh, the offensive line is fine. The offensive line is fine. Not when we're losing games because of a simple thing that they do, what, 50, 60 times a game as they snap the ball. But yet we're shooting it over the head, snapping it when our quarterback's not ready. Next thing you know, touchdown, safety. It's just terrible. We're missing field goals because of it. It's just not good. Not good. Of course, that one touchdown. Actually, they called should have been a false start, but Marvin Harrison Jr. He just burned Ramsey. Ramsey was just he was playing decent in the beginning, but he just kept getting burned at the end. And why do we have Cam Smith on him? I was so confused. But Brooks had a huge stop on that 2-point conversion when he just blitzed through and then stopped the run. I think it was oh man, why am I drawing a blank? James Conner. So of course it was a big stop at that point because we stopped the 2-point conversion. But again, I love that no-look pass to Waddle. That again, Tua's confidence was skyrocketing during this game. He was glad to be back. I thought we had the W. He was moving the ball. We were missing the passing game. But he had that one no-look pass. It looked like he was going to pass to the right side of the field and then hit Waddle straight up the middle. It's beautiful when he does that, when he actually executes. We need to continue executing. Bam. But he did have great pocket presence when he hit Jonnu Smith for the first down. That one that was challenged that we ended up getting. He, again, was pressured, and he just kind of stepped up in the pocket, felt the presence, and still delivered the ball. He wasn't scared because of his concussion. And that's what I like to see. That's what I'm happy about. Maybe a little too late. We'll talk about the season, but I saw some good things. Plays on the last drive, I don't understand it. Why did we not run with Wright? Why did he only have 2 carries? Why did we keep running with Mostert, who had no yards per carry? We ran it, I think, twice, and then we did some dump-offs, and then we had incomplete passes. Like, I think Mostert got stopped once. It was just very, 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 very disappointing. Marcus May, he missed that huge tackle on 3rd down with Kyler Murray, but our defense just couldn't stop the tight end. Trey McBride, he had, over 100 yards? I'll go over stats in just a moment, but he had, 2 big catches on that final drive for the Cardinals, and he was just eating us up all game. We should have had Brooks covering him. Brooks is the cover tight end or cover linebacker that covers the tight end because he has the most speed besides Tyndall, but Tyndall hasn't been playing. He hasn't playing coverage or anything like that. But it hurts. It hurts. James Conner, we kind of locked him up majority of the game except for that big run on that last drive that kind of just put them into field goal range. That was a huge let-up. But Kyler Murray, we pressured him and pressured him and pressured him. I mean, Chop Robinson, he was getting there, just couldn't get the sack. Ramsey, he was getting there, he just couldn't get the sack. It was just, we were so close to a bunch of different sacks. Kyler Murray got out of it. We got to play more contain. We did a decent job, but Marvin Harrison Jr., he burned us for that one touchdown. He was kind of eating us up a little bit, but man, that tight end McBride, I knew it. I called he would be a sleeper. I already said in the predictions that in the preview, that he leads the Cardinals in wide receiving yards, and he continues to do that. So, the game plan wasn't too good against him, but ironically, I did want to put this out. It has nothing to do with the Dolphins, but if you saw Connor Williams, he did have a horrible snap. He plays for Seattle now, but it was versus Buffalo. And ironically, he snapped the ball over Geno Smith's head. So it's not just Miami that's having the bad snapping issues, but yeah, they were in the red zone and he kind of snapped it almost out to midfield. So, but yeah, our snapping woes continue. So I guess we just can't find centers. Well, again, Connor Williams was not a true center until we picked him up. I did promise I'm going to go through stats. So I will go through those. First, I'll always go through Miami. Again, if you look at it, we should have won. So we got Tua. He was 28 for 38, 234 yards, and a touchdown. He was sacked once, but he had a QBR rating of 97.9. That's great. We missed that. We need that. We need more touchdowns, but we need that. Devon Achane, 10 rushes, 97 yards. He should have got at least 8 more carries. Why is he only touching the ball 10 times with 97 yards? Well, he did get receiving. We'll get to that. He did have that 47-yard catch and run. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries, 19 yards, 2.1. Why did he carry the ball 9 times? He had 1 rush, 13 yards, which means he had 8 rushes for 6 yards. I'm sorry, but it's Jalen Wright and Achane. They both need to take over. Jalen Wright, 2 rushes, 18 yards. Longest run, 12 yards in the first quarter. Why do we not continue to run him? You have 2 backs rushing for over 9 yards per carry. Why are we not running the ball 40 times a game? Still, even with Tua. We were winning the game, majority of the game until the end. We lost it at the end. We were a reverse Jaguars game where we were winning majority of the game and then gave up at the end. Tua had 3 rushes, 13 yards, and oh my God, he slid. That was one game note I didn't put in there. When he slid, my heart was pounding, and then he slid. When he was running, whoo! Thank you, Tua, for sliding. Real quick, receiving. Tyreek Hill, 6 catches, 72 yards. 30 was his long. Devon Achane, 6 catches, 50 yards. So he almost had 150 yards total. He had a touchdown, 16 yards was his longest receiving. Jalen Waddle, 4 catches, 45 yards. Jonnu Smith, 4 catches, 20 yards. Alec Ingold, 3 catches, 19 yards. Raheem Mostert, 1 catch, 11 yards. Julian Hill, who got injured, we'll get into that. 3 catches, 11 yards. D. Eskridge, 1 catch, 6 yards. He had a good kickoff return to start the game. Who's not on there for receiving? Maybe somebody who we signed and started the year on the PUP list and swore he was back and had a huge hype video in the beginning before the game. OBJ. What's going on, man? I need some catches out of you. I need some separation. I need to see you get open. We need a third wide receiver. Right now, Malik Washington's going to take that over. I don't know what you're doing. I mean, Jonnu Smith already took that over. But on the defense, I mean, we had no sacks. They just got beat. That final drive was terrible. I understand Tua did not put the nail in the coffin that last drive, but our defense had to stop their tight end. I'm going to go back to watch my Yankees game. Hopefully when you're watching this, we came back and won it, and now we're only down 2-1 going back into the Bronx. Sports have been really rough for me lately, but I want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please go ahead and subscribe. Please give me a big old thumbs up and a like, and please share. Let everybody know I'm out there. Keep on keeping on. I mean, I'll go over our preview for this weekend, but it doesn't look good. We're going against Buffalo. So until next time, I love you, Dolphin fans. Keep the faith, and Fins up, family.